It's the pilot episode of Corn Huckers.
Pilot episode.
The very first one. Never done before. So what is this Corn Huckers, Paul? What are we doing?
We got a Nebraska video blog. Vlog, they call it, right?
A vlog.
Vlog.
Vlogging about Nebraska disc golf.
Right.
Highlighting events, rehashing events. I'm thinking some in the bag, some player highlights, news. I think we should get like some highlights going on here pretty soon.
Yeah.
Maybe like a video intro.
Trivia, maybe?
Trivia. Well, here, actually, I'll tell you what we're doing today, Paul. First episode, we're going to talk about the best Nebraska disc golf player.
Okay.
Do you know who it is? I'll tell you. I got stats to back it up. We're also going to talk about some tournaments coming up. But first, let's look at this in the bag from Ryan. Favorite shot to throw, least favorite shot to throw?
Favorite shot would be the approach shot with the truth. A nice, any sort of straight shot or a hyzer with the truth is probably my favorite. Least favorite shot would be a flick shot. I'm pretty awful at them. Still kind of learning how to do it. So if it's I had to play a Norfolk tournament, and it was through the woods, and everything was dogleg right, and it's definitely a long day for me out there for sure.
What's the best piece of disc golf advice you've gotten?
Best piece of advice: disc down. Don't go out and get a big, huge, fast disc right off the get-go. Start with the mid-range and learn how to perfect your form with that before going and throwing bigger discs.
And show us that one other disc down there.
And then I just got this custom disc here down at the disc store. They did a custom logo for me for my company that I work for, Imperium. Fantastic beer. They can do custom stamps. Which also, I have my mini, which is also a disc score mini, which is the Kraken, which is fantastic. This has been in my bag for quite a while. So.
Hold that Imperium Judge up closer to the camera.
Yeah.
Very cool. And they just printed that on the disc.
They just put it right on the disc. I sent the image in for them, and then they put it on the disc for me. So
cool.
Definitely works out great. So if you have any cool images, they can totally do that for you.
Ryan, you want to say thanks to anybody else?
Thanks for Brooker for having me do this in the bag. And
it's our pleasure.
The Omaha Disc Golf Association for keeping disc golf going in Omaha.
Go get it. All right. Thank you, sir.
Yep.
So we're talking about events that happen, events that are coming up. But before we talk about some events coming up, I was looking at something interesting. There was a tournament in Beatrice last week, and we're kind of stuck. King of the Creek is Saturday, so we're not going to have this video edited, and I can't talk about the results. But I was looking last week at the B-Town Bash, and Volvo put it on, and there were like 38 players, 3 open players. But the thing that struck out to me is I didn't know hardly anybody on the list.
Right.
Names I don't know, Paul. I mean, I've been doing this for a long time. We've been playing for what? Like
years.
I don't know, a dozen years or something like that. And there's names I don't know. So what I did was I went online and I got the most recent PDGA members in Nebraska.
This blew my mind. PDGA members in the 60,000s? That's crazy.
60,000 PDGA members. There are 6 new members from Hastings, just like that. So shout outs to Ruben, Cody, Jacoby, Marco, and Stetson. Welcome to the club, guys. We got some dudes from Fairbury, Anthony, Zach, Jonathan. Good to see some support down south. And, I mean, I could go on and on. Ethan and Randy Lepper. Darren joined, Tom joined, Jeff. I mean, I think there's like at least 30 new members in Nebraska just this year. That's good. I mean, that's the growth of the sport.
30 members in Nebraska alone?
At least 30 new members this year. New members, not renewals, new members.
That's large.
Dude, shout out. If you guys are new to the PDGA, just like us on Facebook and we'll hook you up with something. I don't know yet, but we'll hook you up with something. Okay? So with all these new members, let's talk about these new events. Father's Day doubles, Paul. What do you know about it?
Father's Day doubles. It's on Father's Day, June 15th. Bring your partner doubles. It's the 3rd year I've been running it. It's going to be a big event this year. Expecting big numbers.
Money helps Hummel.
Money helps Hummel, right? $5 from every entry goes toward putting in course improvements, trail improvements, tee pads, signage, whatnot.
Lunch is provided.
Lunch is provided.
Do you have to play with your dad?
You do not. There is a family division where you can play with a family member, but it's not required. There's a professional division, there's an amateur division, and then there's the family division. So come on out. It's going to be fun.
Cool. Well, we hope to have another vlog, a video log, so I don't have to go through all the upcoming tournaments. We'll be able to do that in the next one. So let's talk about the best Nebraska disc golfer.
So who is it?
I pulled some stats, man.
I mean, I said earlier, Kenny Witherwax.
I pulled some stats. Nebraska tournaments. You're not far off.
Okay.
Okay, so I looked at March Madness, Columbus Clash, Spring Fling, Star City Shootout.
And you did not include this Beatrice tournament.
Beatdown Bash isn't in there. Norfolk wasn't in there because Brad Vanoy didn't go.
Weak.
Okay, so here's what I got. I added up scores, and you're not gonna believe who's in first. Lots of people probably think it's Brando-Matic.
Right.
Skinny Jeans, 444 for those tournaments.
Oatman, 444.
Ben Bostein, 441.
We're talking total throws, right?
Total throws in those 4 tournaments. Oatman's 444. Bostein's 441.
Unexpected.
If I added in any of those other tournaments we didn't add in, even like Des Moines Challenge or any of the other tournaments, Brando-Matic's got the lower score. But those 4 tournaments I just mentioned, Ben Bostein, 441, best score across all of Nebraska. And I'm going to say these 2 guys are the 2 best golfers in Nebraska. I'm saying it right now.
Well, I think it would be hard to dispute it, given this evidence that you've provided.
We got Bostein, 441, Brando, 444, Vanoy and Witherwax, 451. They're the next 2 golfers for all 4 of those tournaments.
They're not far off. My Witherwax prediction not far off.
There's about 3 other golfers that could be on that list, but those are the top 4. And I'm sticking to it. I think we're going to see it all season. Paul, you got this week's trivia question?
This week's trivia question.
You're not just making this up, are you?
I don't think so. Maybe let's say
you can't make it up.
Well, it's hard to give one that is going to be.
So here's the deal. Let's just tell everybody, because it's the pilot episode. There's ideas floating around up here, and we just want to go, bleh. But we can't. You can't give it all up on the first episode. Otherwise, it just chatters on.
Right.
It's in the bag. It's a tournament review. It's a best player. It's a trivia question, and we're done. All the other ideas are going to be good ideas until they're on the next video blog.
All right. So trivia question. Let's say what city in Nebraska or town, municipality, whatever you call it, what township, whatever, has the most baskets per capita? So per capita, most baskets.
That's not the question.
That's not the question? I thought that was the question.
No, that's fine. It's the question. Most baskets per capita. Comment. If you get it right and prove it with data, it's yours. We'll make it work. Comment. Comment with the answers, and thank you for watching Cornhuskers. We need a sign out.
Cornhuskers.
Cornhuskers.
Wrong trivia.